So I have a question. I have a budget and I'm wondering to either buy a lens or a light first. The lens I have came with a camera and it's a kit lens. It may be around, maybe it's the 18 to 55 millimeter, or maybe like this 28 to 70. And I really would like to buy a prime lens, but I also think light is important. How can you advise? So hi photo launchers, welcome once again to today's episode, and today we are not scripted. Today we are raw. We are answering a question from one of the photographers that I got. But before we start, I want to welcome you to today's episode. I want to welcome you to Photo Launchers. If it's your first time for you to be in our channel, kudos, welcome very much. We are excited to have you, and do not forget to subscribe before you leave this channel. And today's question is from a friend, a guy called Mark. I think we are together in one of the photography groups, and so this is the question that he asked. And he asked, "Hi Jonathan, thanks for the great content that you share on YouTube and on our photography group, and we are grateful for that. It feels so good that some of us are able to learn something and grow their photography careers and businesses from this content, and so we are grateful for you, Mark, that these YouTube videos are helpful to you." So we go to the question. So I have a question. I have a budget and I'm wondering to either buy a lens or a light first. The lens I have came with a camera and it's a kit lens. It may be around, maybe it's the 18 to 55 millimeter, or maybe like this 28 to 70. And I really would like to buy a prime lens, but I also think light is important. How can you advise? So thank you, Mark, for this question. And this is a question that I have received several times from photographers, and I will approach this question this way. What do you need for your pictures to become better than they are right now? Do you need a prime lens or do you need light? If you get one, can you make one work better? For example, if you get the light, can you make the lens achieve what the prime lens can achieve? I know prime lenses are really good lenses, like for example my Nikon 35mm 1.8, which is on my old Nikon camera, my 5-year-old camera, and this lens is amazing. Even right now I use it because one, it's a 1.8, it opens really wide, good for dark places. Also, it's 35mm is a bit wider than the 50, but the other thing is very sharp because it has less glass inside. And also in terms of bokeh and the shallow depth of field, it has an amazing shallow depth of field, also explained by the wide aperture. However, before I bought this lens, I bought this lens 3 years after I had bought the camera, I still used the 18 to 55mm 3.5 to 5.6. But what I bought first was a speed light. Why did I buy a speed light? Because even if you go to, there are some situations you would go to the 50 with the 35 or with a prime lens that is 1.8, and it's too dark for you to get a good picture. But a speed light will really improve your picture. Sometimes in some situations when it's extremely dark, you will have to crank up your ISO very high, and so your picture will lose quality. It will have some noise and grain. Even having a 1.8 won't be enough. You will need light. For me, I took very many pictures, even weddings, with the 18 to 55mm, which is a variable aperture lens, and it can open widest at 3.5. And I took so many pictures with that lens. But then what improved the quality of my pictures was lighting, and I bought 2 speed lights, and I could backlight one and use one as a key light. I could bounce off the roof when it was a white, when the ceiling was white or the wall was white. I would bounce off, and it would give me amazing pictures. So Mark, this is my advice to you, is that if you look at your pictures and you see that whatever would bring your pictures up to from this level to this level is the light, then go buy the light. However, even without seeing your pictures, I will tell you that lighting will improve your pictures more significantly than you would buy a prime lens, because it does not make sense for you to have a lens that is very sharp and can open wide, and yet you cannot get the best exposure. And for you to get best exposure, you have to crank up your ISO. I would say, first of all, improve your image quality, but by number one, adding light to your set of equipment. So my advice to you is, if you have a budget for a prime lens, then you can buy a light first. Buy a speed light, or maybe buy something that will make lighting on your subject better than natural. Then when you get some more money, then you can buy the prime lens. Now with the prime lens, when you have the prime lens with the light, then it is mind-blowing results. And so my suggestion is I will advise you to take the same approach I took. If you have money for both, then buy both. But if you have money for one, I would suggest you buy light. And the light I would suggest is a speed light first, because a speed light, you can bounce it off, you can put it in a dome like the one I'm using right here, and you can flash it, and you can do so many things with a speed light. We will have a lesson specifically to show you what many things you can do with a speed light, because speed light is a powerful tool. You can carry it anywhere with a small, you can put it in your pocket, in your bag, in your camera bag, as simple as a speed light. And if you want suggestion for speed lights, we have the Yongnuo 560. I don't know whether I have one. Let me check. Yeah, so we have, personally I use the Yongnuo 560 4 and 3. I have used these speed lights for now more than 3 years, and they still do an amazing work to me. I use 2 speed lights. However, I have strobe lights, I have the AD600, I have a dome that I'm lighting myself here with. I have more lights, but then there are some situations that those lights do not really matter because they are bulky, and I just carry the speed lights. So these speed lights are amazing. So you can just buy a speed light. Then after you buy a speed light, and this will serve you a lot for many years, then you can go to the kit, to the prime lens. So thank you, Mark, for asking this question. If you are out there and you want yourself answered on an opinion from a professional photographer like me who has been in the industry for some time, then you can also post your comment on the comment section below, or send us a direct message on our Instagram handle at the Photo Loungers. And we recommend so many people to comment and put their questions below, and also to make sure that you send us a DM. And also, if you have a picture that you would want it reviewed, or you want to ask a question, make sure that you tag us always, and we'll be there for you. Thank you for listening to us. I hope, Mark, you got the answer to your question. I really hope you'll buy the light first before you buy the prime lens, because it will really up your pictures quite significantly than you could have bought a prime lens. So thank you guys very much. If you have not subscribed to our channel, once again I'm calling you out. Please subscribe to our channel and make sure that you click on the bell icon to get notifications every time we release a new video. The other thing you need to do is that share this knowledge with your friend. Tell your fellow photographer that is this Kenyan channel that is teaching us great stuff about photography, especially in African context, because photography in African context is different from photography in the West. They have different dynamics, and so we are taking the approach of an African, a Kenyan who needs to grow a photography business to become successful. So thank you very much, and until next time, always remember, learn, practice, and create. Peace.